Okay, so this is a simple recording to explain some parts of the graphic user interface of Fiix software. I always prefer to begin with the dashboard. The dashboard is accessible by clicking dashboard on the left hand side of the interface. You can have as many dashboards as you want to see. I usually prefer to have them by location or facility. Additional dashboards can be added by clicking on the icon plus in the top right corner. Well, we're not going to add the dashboard right now. Every dashboard is customizable, so customize the dashboard by clicking the gear icon in the top right. Add multiple widgets. The user can browse widgets and basically understand what they want to see and add the particular widget to the dashboard. I personally prefer just to see work requests, open work orders, maintenance expenses, and closed work orders. And every widget is also customizable. So let's take a look at the closed work orders. When you click on the gear icon of the widget, it gives you some options. So I usually just look at the closed work orders for a particular period of time that can be changed. Let's say this week. So it's quite self-explanatory. So enough of the customization. So then let's take a look at the assets just to explain what's going on with the assets, how they're structured. This is basically a hierarchical model of the assets located by facility, and Edgewood facility, due to its large size, is a region. So by clicking on the plus, you can drill down into the sublocations, and they're identified as location and facilities. The assets are usually located under a particular location. So this is a representation of Secaucus Insertion Room A and the insertion systems that consist of multiple submodules. As you can see right here, you can also sort by either machine or system number, and it will give you everything related to that particular number. Any sort of filters can be created. For example, this is a Secaucus insertion equipment. It just will give you all the insertion equipment in Secaucus under Secaucus location. So custom filters are created in custom filter area by either customizing the existing filters or adding an additional filter. So it's something to consider. Then supplies, let's take a look at supplies. So usually what I prefer to use is a part number to see how many we have across multiple locations. So for example, Y402142 gives you multiple locations in different facilities, Secaucus, multiple locations in Shuttle 1 and Shuttle 2 of Edgewood facility. So the current stock can be checked. The bills of material groups can be checked, although we do not currently have set up bills of materials, but we're working on creating that. So also purchasing, I would like to talk quickly about purchasing. purchase planning board gets populated by the parts that run currently below minimum level. So let's take a look at Y401936. So 401936 has a minimum quantity of 20 and the current quantity on hand 10. So it automatically generated a purchase request and placed it on the purchase planning board under the preferred supplier, which is Pitney Bowes DMT. Alright, so that's basically the purchase planning board simple explanation, simple mechanism. It gets populated when the part goes below minimum level. Usually the preferred supplier is picked. When there are multiple suppliers under the part, when we plan our purchases, we can pick a supplier like that under the select supplier option. We can also check the purchase orders, current purchase orders. So this is a list of all purchase orders on order, filled, and this can be sorted by purchase order configurations. So very simple. You can choose a draft and you will see what draft purchase orders are in works right now. So this is kind of a very brief simple explanation. So this is an SQL database, so everything is connected to everything else. The work orders can be drilled into, so like let's say these are the work orders completed in New Jersey for the past week. Every work order has the asset number, the work order number, the description of the work order completed by a particular user. We use maintenance types under the work orders, and there's some completion notes that the text indicate. And each work order can be clicked on and it will show what was done. You can drill into completion notes. You can check the maintenance type, so on and so forth. Also, just for illustrative purposes, every asset in this list can be clicked on, and then under the log, the schedule maintenance, the open work orders, the work order history, the parts, and the work order log can be seen. So for illustrative purposes, each asset under a particular location can be investigated for the amount of work orders completed in a particular period of time, the parts utilized. We can also do this under reports. So the report section is quite extensive. I'm going to show all the reports. So we just utilize some of the reports. I prefer to use the reports that are starred. So let's say asset cost report, inventory, parts usage history. I would suggest to browse through the reports and just click on some of them and run them. They're interesting to understand how they work. So inventory, parts consumed on the work order report, for example. Let me just click on that and run it. So it can be rendered in 3 different formats: PDF, Excel spreadsheet, or CSV, and under different dates. So if you run multiple reports, you will see that there are different options, and we're currently working on generating standard reports that we're planning to use across all facilities. Okay, so that's kind of an explanation in a nutshell. I would suggest also going to help and checking on video tutorials for Fiix software, because it has an extensive number of different support videos under these following categories. So browsing these support videos will also kind of give a good guideline on how to use the system and what are the optionalities available. Okay, let me stop here.